Hi, it's Julie. We're here today with Audrey, all the way from Montreal, Canada.
Hi guys.
Audrey, what have you been up to in Montreal?
Well, I am a student right now, but most importantly, I've been trying a lot of new coffee places.
Yeah, I heard that you're keeping track of different coffee shops in Montreal.
That's right. I even have my spreadsheet right here.
Audrey, tell us about your spreadsheet.
I have several categories, and then I rate them at the end. My categories include price, how I actually like the taste of the coffee, the atmosphere, and the location. And then from all of those, I make a grand number.
So you could steer us towards the best coffee shop?
Absolutely. We all prefer a different coffee, but for me, I like something that's not too acidic and has a mellow, well-rounded bodied taste.
Do you ever go to chain coffee shops?
Not really. These are all your local coffee shops. You know, we all know the chain coffee shops around here. You got your Tim Hortons, you got your Starbucks, but I like to check out the ones that are less heard of, the smaller local ones.
What do you like about the small local places?
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I like the crowd that they attract.
Oh, okay. So it's for you, it's like a social outing.
Yeah, a little bit. I
okay.
feel like I love the atmosphere especially.
Is that something you rank in a coffee shop?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you think we'd like to hang out at the same coffee shop?
I don't know. I haven't seen you at any coffee shops. Tell me what you like and then I'll say.
I like going to the Tim Hortons drive-thru, actually.
I don't think we'd be in the same coffee shops then.
But I do like a cafe. So, tell me about the spreadsheet. Can you give me some of the names of some of your favorite coffee shops that you've been to?
Absolutely.
Should we do a countdown?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, how many coffee shops? How many do you have on your list?
25 are on this list.
So you went around and you ranked 25 coffee shops in Montreal.
Yeah.
Do you call them coffee shops or cafes?
Cafes.
Well,
I mean, it's French.
Oui, oui, je comprends. Do you think you can narrow down what the top are, in your opinion?
I can try.
Okay, let's count down. Should we do 5?
Yeah, let's do 5.
Okay, here are Audrey's top 5 cafes in Montreal. I have one more question before we proceed with this, though.
Yeah, what's up?
Are they all throughout Montreal or just a certain neighborhood?
They're all throughout Montreal.
Okay, perfect. All right, number 5. Let's go.
Number 5. Well, for all of you Montreal fans out there, I'm sure you've heard of Crew Collective or Crew Cafe. Yeah, Crew Cafe. It is inside an old bank in Old Montreal, and when you get inside, it is just absolutely stunning. I'm talking 60-foot high ceilings and marble.
Wow.
Yeah.
60-foot high ceilings.
Yeah. In fact, they filmed movies and TV shows in this place.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and so they've converted it into a cafe.
I already want to go check this place out.
Well, I'll show
Will
you.
you take me?
Yeah. And aside from that, I find that the coffee is very strong. So if you're looking to get a good kick in the morning, then that is the place to go. It is very acidic though. So if you're a fan of acidity, I recommend. And the pricing? Shall we talk about the pricing or no?
We shall.
Yeah. The pricing is a little expensive. You know, you'll find it in Old Montreal, which is the touristy part of town. And so you can probably get a cappuccino there for about $5. So.
Okay, well, that's fair. Yeah.
I mean, you pay for where you are.
Yeah, you're paying for part of the atmosphere, right?
Exactly.
Like, rent doesn't come free down there, does it? At this beautiful old... No?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
And additionally, if you're a working cafe kind of person, this is a great place. You can even rent out little rooms.
What do you mean rent out little rooms?
There's conference rooms around the cafe that you can rent out and have your meetings there.
Like, we could have made this video there?
Yeah.
In a private room?
We could have.
All right.
Isn't it?
That might be worth...
Trying
if you
out.
need to meet up with somebody and talk business, you could do that there?
Yeah. It's not very much an hour either. I'm not sure.
Oh, so can you pre-arrange a meeting space? It's not just first come, first serve.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we can get there to eat or drink besides coffee?
Oh, they have excellent pastries.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, all the sorts. All your types of croissants. Or shall I say, croissants. It's got a French vibe. Lots of French pastries there. And also your bagels, your sandwiches. It's quite the variety.
Mm-hmm.
But you better get them quick in the morning because they're gone by noon.
Oh,
true.
That's some good advice.
All right, next up on my list.
Number 4.
Woo! I'll have to go with Café Centre-Poule.
Ooh.
Yes. So Café Centre-Poule has been around since the 1960s. It opened for the Montreal Expo.
Oh, in 1967?
Yes. I'll have to double check so that you don't put...
Me too.
But actually it is 1967. I have a tote bag that says it.
Okay.
Yeah. Café Centre-Poule has been around since 1967, and one of the main takeaways that you should get from this place is eating outside on their patio.
Oh, they have a patio.
They have a patio.
Now, is it open all year round?
No. Of course not. It's Montreal.
Well, I didn't know if they had those heater lamps out there or not.
No, unfortunately not. But in the springtime, the summer, the fall, it's open, it's enclosed in a fence, and you will be shaded by beautiful trees and surrounded by a little pond and some statues. It's wonderful.
Sounds serene.
It is serene. It's great.
No. Yeah, how's the coffee?
Coffee's good, but what's better is the tea.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have all types of tea that you can choose from, and they come in those fancy little filters with the... Like, you get your own tea kettle, essentially. It's great. And their coffee is fantastic, too. Also, if you enjoy vegetarian or vegan food, then you'll find plenty of that there.
What if I like meat? Do they have meat, too?
They do. Something for everyone.
Do they have butter croissants?
Yeah, they do. And for pricing, again, it's a little... I'd actually say it's pretty reasonable. Right down the middle of the road.
And you said this is Centre-Poule?
Yeah, Café Centre-Poule.
Now, is Centre-Poule an area of Montreal?
So, for everyone visiting Montreal, Centre-Poule is located close to the Plateau and the McGill Ghetto.
So is it mostly students hanging out there at the coffee shop?
I'd say so.
Okay.
Young people.
Young. Okay.
They have great music playing as well.
What kind of music?
Like indie, usually, or some jazz.
Oh, by the way, Audrey here is going to have her own radio show on the Concordia Music Channel, right?
That's right.
What's the station?
It's called CJLO.
And what's the name of your show going to be?
That is a work in progress. Name is on the way. I'll be having my own modern jazz show.
Stay tuned. All right, here's Audrey's number 3.
Number 3 is Le Toledo in the Plateau.
Okay.
Le Toledo has some of the best pastries you'll ever have. It is a boulangerie before it is...
Ooh la la!
Oui, oui. So, Le Toledo, great bakery, has, oh man, everything, really.
It's a boulangerie with cafe?
Yes, avec le café.
Okay.
And
how's the seating?
Seating is really cute.
Mm-hmm.
So, honestly... I really do value atmosphere whenever I'm going to these cafes because I love to sit and share my meals with friends or share my coffee with friends or read a book. And this bakery has benches lined along the window and has some couches placed in between and a communal table for people to work or chat. And it is pretty new, I'd say. It's like pretty modern looking, but their coffee is quite good. Has a well-rounded taste. My go-to coffee is cappuccino, so I really like the foam that they use. I think it's super light and fluffy. Does it not fall flat, and it does the job in the morning.
Have you ever tried a flat white?
No.
When you say it doesn't fall flat?
Not like a flat white, I guess. I don't know, though.
I don't know. I know sometimes I order a flat white when it's offered at certain places, and I like it.
It is?
Yeah, but don't ask me what it means.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you ever see it on the menu,
I'll get it next time.
Try it. I think it might be an Australian deal.
A flat white?
Yeah, I don't know. I heard that it was something that they drink in Australia, but sometimes I see it on the menu. Maybe they don't have it in Montreal.
They do.
Now we're down to 2.
I have to say that everybody who's been to Montreal has probably heard of cafeolympico. Cafeolympico has got your classic Italian coffee.
You can't go wrong with that, can you?
You can't. And this place is open until midnights. 11 to midnight. And so if you're craving that late night coffee, They've got you covered. They always serve it in a very small serving because that's how the Italians have done their coffee. I think best espresso in town. Not too...
Wow.
It's true. Not too acidic either. And they have great mochas. Really recommend a mocha there. And always get my cappuccino.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yeah?
You were in Italy last summer, weren't you?
Yes.
How does their cappuccino compare to the cappuccinos you had in Italy?
I wish I could answer that question, but back then in Italy, I wasn't as much of a coffee drinker. But I do remember that the cappuccinos in Italy were fantastic.
Okay.
And I'd say that cafeolympico is not too far off the mark there. I'd say that they compare pretty well.
There you go, folks.
So they have 3 locations. One is in the Mile End, the other is in Old Montreal, and there's a 3rd location downtown. So if you're in any of those places, you can find Cafe Olympico there. Also, for food, get their tiramisu. And that's all. Well, no, they also have other great pastries, but you must get their tiramisu. Everything will go wrong if you don't.
That's some good advice.
Thank you.
What's Audrey's #1 go-to favorite place in Montreal for coffee?
Cafeorr.
Okay.
Yes.
Cafeorr.
Cafeorr is in La Petite Prairie. La Petite Prairie. They have the best atmosphere out of any cafe I've ever been to. There's 2 levels, and there's also little nooks that you can go to. It's a place with endless seating. Each time I go, I find a new little nook and cranny.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. They have great artwork and great music playing, and cool people who frequent the cafe. So, ambiance, 10 out of 10 for me.
How's the coffee?
Oh, yeah.
No, and tell me honestly, how's the coffee? Are you going there for the ambiance or are you going there for the coffee?
Oh, both, of course.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't be #1 if not. Coffee is fantastic there. It's a little bit strong, which I like, and still smooth at the same time. And so you can't get anything more diverse than that.
And when you say coffee, are you talking coffee?
I'm not talking...
Or are you talking cappuccino?
I'm talking cappuccino. I don't go to cafes to get filter coffee.
So we're talking cappuccino all along here.
Yeah.
This is one of my things when I'm traveling. Sometimes it's hard to get the kind of coffee that you want, that you're used to from back home. Because different places prepare coffee differently.
Yeah.
And I find cappuccino is like a universal standard. When you go order a cappuccino, you know what to expect, right?
You know what you're going to get, exactly.
Yeah.
There's some advice. If you want your standard coffee, get a cappuccino.
And cafeorr, do they have any treats there?
They do. And if I'm going to be honest, I don't really recommend the treats. Go there for the coffee.
And the scene.
And the scene.
Audrey, thank you very much for sharing your cafe expertise with us today.
You're very welcome.
So again, we're talking about Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
Take a visit. It's a wonderful city. And go in the summer. Don't go in the winter.
There's some good advice there.
That's for sure.
All right.
Spoken like a true Canadian.
Au revoir, mes amis.
Au revoir.